Hello my friends and welcome back. It's Friday, the end of the week. You and me, we survived another week. Just like the Ukrainian nation right now is surviving massive barrage to their energy and heating infrastructure. I mean, there are -degrees in some apartments in the capital. How are Ukrainians so resolvent, so strong against this pressure? Well, I write about it in my book. They were a mystery to me, so I visited that country during wartime many times, and now I think I understand better, and my respect has risen for the Ukrainians. Go and read the book if you haven't yet. We have a lot of fun stuff today, because there was this big Davos meeting. Donald Trump was there, Zelensky was there, everybody was there. And at this meeting, Zelensky publicly said that he's not really happy about the European Union not doing much against Russia. Right a few minutes after he said that, Macron, the president of France, came to the talking stand and announced the French Navy has boarded a Russian oil tanker, Shadow Fleet oil tanker with the UK Navy. They have taken it and it's now in a French port going under investigation. It was running a false flag, wrong country's flag. It didn't have any insurance and it was carrying a full load of sanctioned oil. We're talking about 850,000 barrels. You know, the EU doesn't have oil or gas. We need to import most of it. It's quite expensive for us. I think this might actually solve the issue. We just capture Russian Shadow Fleet tankers that are filled to the brink with sanctioned oil. We need that oil. So yeah, Zelensky was right. Europe was not doing enough. And as I was calling out every video that we must do more, Macron stands up and announces the seizure of a Russian Shadow Fleet tanker. This is the path it was taking from up north, Russia, Murmansk, going down right between Iceland and the UK and the Strait of Gibraltar between Spain and Morocco. The French Navy captured it. This is beautiful and I would love to see that be a daily occurrence. 800 to 850,000 barrels of beautiful sanctioned oil. I do hope they sell that to the EU now. Our refineries are in need. We also have some photos. They're not much, but there's something to look. We have 3 photos actually. This is the special forces talking to the, I guess, the captain of that ship, giving him orders. The tanker was taken to the French port. They are investigating the full paperwork of all of the crew members, of the tanker. It's everything. And I'm not sure Russia gets it back. I don't think they get it back. And that's what it looks like. 2 choppers here. I mean, the tanker captures always look the same. A chopper lands, special forces run out if it's done right. I love to see how Russia captures a tanker. Then we would see how things can go terribly wrong. So what else happened in that Davos meeting where Trump was present, Zelensky? But look at that. This is Trump shaking the hands of Budanov. You don't know who Budanov is? Well, he's the mastermind behind Ukrainian intelligence. Along with Vasyl Malyuk right here. This is the mastermind behind Operation Spiderweb. So we got Budanov and Malyuk and Zelensky with Trump. This is a photo for the history books. I guess Budanov is reading Trump's mind already. You know, they say he can see the future. He already sees the tweets Trump is going to make at midnight before Trump has made them. So what else did Zelensky say in that meeting? Something very important. It's about the numbers, and the numbers are beautiful. I'm sharing real figures with you. The real statistic is 35,000 killed per month. 35,000 soldiers. Last year, this month, so we're talking about 25 January, it was about 14,000. Russia is not thinking about it, but we do. We know that they mobilize 43,000 per month, and they begin to lose 35,000. From this 43, you have to know that about 10 to 15% run away, and there are some wounded. Their army has stopped increasing. This is very important, because our drone operators and drone technology. See, it's a remarkable month for the history books. Again, this month, Russian army stopped increasing. The losses Ukraine made with the wounded and with the AWOL troops from the Russian army, 10 to 15%, the army stays the same. Otherwise, every month in this 4 years of the war, Russian army has expanded a little bit, a few thousand. Not now, not January 26. And this is the work again of Ukrainian drone commanders, drone pilots. I now want to bring in the new defense minister of Ukraine. He is young, he is efficient, he's a force of nature. New Ukraine's defense minister Mikhailo Fedorov announced that Ukrainian forces aim to kill 50,000 Russian soldiers a month. Last month it was 35,000, so they got 15 to go, but then it wouldn't be that Russian army wouldn't be expanding, it would actually be shrinking. That's the goal. The overall Russian casualties since February 2022 have been around 1.2 million troops, and that's of course with the wounded. All of this is great news to me, my friends. I also have one great news. I would like to name one Buy Me a Coffee monthly member. We have only one new one, but for that he is the more special. Bill Koiski. Thank you for coming back many times. Recently we get people coming back and back and back, the same names, and I will keep pronouncing them because they are the foundation of this channel. Thank you, Bill Koiski. Big fixed-wing, long-range Ukrainian kamikaze drones, they hit a Russian port, and we got many videos about it. We got this satellite imagery video, geolocation done. We got this actually drone footage from the drone camera. It made a lot of fires. It made a very big losses for the Russian money machine. $50 million per year taken out of it. Check it out. This is the berth. It exports oil, gas, and ammonia. All of this technology right here. Well, the drones are dismantling it one hit at a time. This is the second drone. Boom! Now we get the third one. Bada bim! And the fourth one, you can already see the flames. Nice little barbecue right here. And the fifth one also. 5 drones, and let's also look at a satellite imagery where they exactly hit, because somebody already did it. I'm so glad they're so fast with it. Check it out. That's the berth. I'm no expert at it, but there's some towers, there's some wires, there's some pipelines. I'm guessing this is everything you need to export or unload oil and gas and ammonia from ground to ships. AKA very important, very expensive machinery right here. Let's see how the Ukrainian drones dismantle it. Flying around casually, nice little Thursday for a barbecue, bada boom, yes. These towers, pumping towers, I'm guessing they are. One got a hit, second one got a hit, third one goes to the other 4 pumping towers. There's fire in between of them also, and there was one more drone actually. This is beautiful. Here are the coordinates, by the way. If you're gonna want to look at it at Google Maps, you can do that. And this hits like that take away millions from the Russian war machine every year, tens of millions. Some CCTV footage also took it from a distance, so we have many angles. We always have many angles of these barbecues because it's Russia. For some reason, people film it, CCTV cameras film it. Everybody films these barbecues for us. It's pretty and beautiful. Where exactly was it? Right next to Crimea, in the Krasnodar Krai. It's a port of on a Black Sea, and Russian tankers, Shadow Fleet tankers, get their oil from this port also, among many other ports. Well, this one's specifically not gonna work for them anymore. They don't have that many of these, by the way, these oil loading berths. In the Black Sea they have a few up north in Murmansk, and Ukraine is dismantling them all. Where are they gonna export their seaborne crude oil then? I don't know. I don't care. Let's just destroy these ports. And already, this is all so fast. I mean, it happened yesterday. We already have satellite footage of before and after. This is before, and this is after. 2 of these oil tanks also burned to crisp. Usually oil fires in Russia are not put out, they just burn until the oil is gone from the tank, because it's really difficult to put out oil fires. They're really hot, the heat radiates really far. You need this kind of specialized foam for it, which they don't have usually. In this next video, we're gonna watch something I don't usually show anymore on this channel, but it's one of these Ukrainian frontline FPV hits. This is how they get 35,000 KIAs of Russian soldiers per month, but this specific soldier decided to do something very special. That's why he gets the screen time here. He decides to hide from the Ukrainian drone. Where? Well, in a shed filled with fuel barrels. This is the perfect place to hide. If you have to go out, might as well go out with a massive freedom barbecue. Let's see how it worked out for him. Bada boom! All of that oil is demilitarized with the soldier itself, and it's burning to a crisp. This one didn't become manure for the sunflowers because he's gone. It's vaporized into the air. So yeah, that's why I'm showing you this. It's a bit special. Talking about drones and continuing on the same topic, here we have 3 soldiers of a very specific unit of Russian army. 76th Air Assault Battalion from Pskov, or Pihkva in Estonian. Why do we have an Estonian name for it? Because it's right next to the Estonian border. It's like, what, 15 kilometers from the border. So, they were also in Bucha. They are responsible for Bucha, the 76th Air Assault Brigade. Now let's see how they're handling the Ukrainian drone. 2 of them transporting the 3rd one, because the 3rd one is injured. Bada boom! It was a unicycle. Look at that. 1 wheel, only 1 wheel. And just like that, face to the ground, run away. Yeah, they're gone. These guys are done. Why I'm bringing you this? Because it's a really special unit. They are responsible for the war crimes in Bucha. They were the ones to land also in Hostomel, a portion of them. And they are from near the Estonian border. They are the nearest Russian unit to the Estonian border. These were the guys who were supposed to go over the Estonian border because they were stationed right at the border. They're elite forces. Now they're all gone in Ukraine. A few of them left, as you could see from the video. They are also gone. We're so happy in Estonia that this specific unit has been butchered to bits, because they was the ones to try to take our country. That was their purpose. They're meant for Estonia. And now they're gone. Thank you, Ukrainians, for doing that. That's a big favor for us. So here is a whole video of them being blown to smithereens, which I cannot show you because it's too much barbecues, you know what I mean? Red, misty barbecues. But yeah, the 76th Pskov Air Assault Division has been deployed to Pokrovsk, and they are being cut to pieces one by one. Like the original members of that in 2022, mostly gone. They have been replaced, and the replacements also mostly gone. Now it's just a mixture of anybody who they can get. And the quality of that unit has definitely gone down, as we can see from this video. Usually with extreme cold comes clear weather. It's not likely that you have minus 20 degrees Celsius and a lot of clouds or fog. Usually with extreme colds you get very clear weather, which is really good for Ukrainian recon drones. Let me just show you a video we got yesterday of how clear Book M1, Book M3. These are M2 and M3. These are Russian air defense systems, short range. Russia produces about 30 to 40 of them every year, and the cost of one is north from $25 million. Now, it's white snowy fields. You can see how this recon drone fixes on it, follows it, and then guides a HIMARS strike to it with this 100,000 tungsten balls going all around it. It was made into red mist, into smithereens. The explosion doesn't look like much. It's so far away because this recon drone again can see kilometers because it's clear. But thanks to the clear weather and extreme cold, they took out 2 Russian book systems with HIMARS. This is wonderful. But the cold, unfortunately, has this negative side also. Soldiers get frostbite. I mean, Russian soldiers sometimes freeze to death, but this specific video here is a Ukrainian soldier evacuated from the front, and his arms are hands of the guys from the position. Fingers won't straighten. They just froze like a piece of ice. Feet are the same. Yeah, so this is a really sad image to look. Usually these kind of fingers and feet, they have to be amputated because they're frozen stiff. They won't live again. They turn black and then they're taken off. But this happens to you. It doesn't need a long time at all. This is what frostbite looks like. In minus 20 weather Celsius, if you don't have gloves, even if you do have gloves and you don't move enough or you don't eat because your body produces warmth from food, you don't eat, you don't move, this happens to you in a matter of hours. So it can happen really fast. And you have to spend weeks on the position. So this is very common, unfortunately, on both sides right now. Now let's go to one of the cities of Russia where a neighbor, a girl or a woman films her neighbor who is in the backyard of an apartment building. Panielka, look at the parking lot, look at the cars, look at this. Look, you know it's a Panielka, right? A Brezhnevka. This guy digs a trench. Look what's wrong with happening, our neighbor. He's stuck himself into a trench and sitting there, paranoid. The doctors arrived, shrugged their shoulders and left. Yeah. Now, I'm not here to make fun of this specific. This is PTSD, the clear sign. You can dig a trench, not even in your backyard, but in the middle of an apartment block. You dig a trench to sit in it. So I'm not the one to make fun of PTSD. It's very real on Ukrainian side, on Russian side, on the veterans of Afghanistan, Iraq, you name the war. In America, in Germany, in England, whoever goes to war, it does to the brain, right? You come back, it's really difficult to shrug those memories off. That trauma that will follow you, you wake up with cold sweat at night, you hear the screams of a dying pregnant woman, for example. It doesn't have to, whichever it is, this one dug a trench. I'm not making fun of it, just illustrating that there's gonna be hundreds of thousands of men like that coming back to the Russian cities. Some dig a trench, some kill their wives, some kill their friends, some drink themselves to death. That's gonna affect the society for the next decades. These guys will be alive for decades and this trauma will not go away. Because in Russia, they don't deal with that. Psychology and mental health in Russia is almost non-existent. Also, it's not talking about your feelings, your fears or your traumas. So these guys will live like that for decades if they come back. This is just one example. So yeah, in America there's VA, there's veteran associations that are there designed to help them mentally and people are struggling. In Russia, nothing like that. You only have your bottle of vodka. If you have a shovel, you can dig a trench next to your apartment if you want. That's it. A lot of these guys shoot themselves. So yeah, if you have PTSD, my condolences and I hope you're getting help. Luckily, you're not in Russia. Now let's go to Ukrainian capital, where we talk about trauma. Now, there are Ukrainian kids right now, and the weather is -15, -20. There's no water, no heat, no electricity. And there are apartments with 20 stories. Many of them in Kyiv. And these toddlers, they have to climb up for 20 stories because the elevator is not working. So the parents are trying everything they can to make this into a game. You have seen the movie A Beautiful Life, when the father makes it into a game that they were sent to the concentration camp under the Third Reich and they're building a big tank until the Americans come and save them. And the boy always thought it's a game. His father was even executed, still played it. Oh, it's a game, don't worry about it. Well, these parents are doing the same for Ukraine right now, in our eyes. These are the toddlers and they're learning numbers by the floors they climb. Are you guys already tired? It's only 5th floor. What number is this? 7. Which one? 7. Hooray! Look at them, they made it. These are brave toddlers. I mean, they want to sleep. They're tired. Probably they have to climb this. A mother cannot carry two of these such. Look at them, the big boys. Yeah, they gotta climb. Strong ones. And I hope it turns into strength in their lives and doesn't damage them long term. But yeah, brave Ukrainian children, I gotta say. This cold and this electricity blackout is because Russia focuses in the coldest time and darkest time of the year. They focus on electricity power plants and heat plants, co-producing stations also that produce power and heat together. For this, one of the Kyiv electrical power plants, thermal power plants, was flooded because the main pipe was damaged. So it was -degrees and the facilities were flooded. They actually sent in divers who worked 6 days with shifts underwater to fix that pipe leakage so they can get the power plant running again. And it's -15. This is insane. Of course, they were wearing the calypsos and everything, but still this is brutal. 6 days in shifts to fix that. So yeah, these are the heroes, the unsung heroes, I might say. There are heroes on the front lines, but these are the heroes underwater in the capital, fixing an underwater pipe leakage. This is out of my mind crazy. This was it for this week, my friends. I'll be back for you Monday, Wednesday, Friday next week also. If you like my channel, become a member on Buy Me a Coffee and subscribe to it to be notified when I upload. It will be a surprise for you. You get the ding on your phone and you go and look. Another great news from Ukraine. Until my next video, my friends, Slava Ukraini, and bye-bye. My friends, you have been with me for almost 4 years now. We have seen that united, we can make a difference in this war. We can help the Ukrainians. And you did help them. You donated. Not once, not twice, but 8 times. For 8 times I traveled to Ukraine to hand over the tens of trucks and hundreds of drones you bought for the Ukrainian units. These trucks and drones directly saved Ukrainian soldiers' lives. Soldiers who got to live another day, fight another day for their homes and families. Here on YouTube, I have not been able to tell you the whole story, the truth about what happened while I was in Ukraine. Countless times we fell under Russian drone and missile attacks. Countless times I felt the fear of death. And countless times I promised myself that I will not stop out of fear. On my final mission in Ukraine, my wife was with me. In fact, we spent our honeymoon in a war zone in Ukraine, the best honeymoon one can hope for. Here you can see her shooting guns with the SPU Alpha Group, the best special forces Ukraine has to offer. All of this is written down for you in my book, 8 Missions in Ukraine. I ask you to read it, to witness everything I witnessed, to share these experiences, because this is our story through this war, and it is intertwined with the story of Ukrainian people. Get 8 Missions in Ukraine through the link in the description below. Get it for yourself. Get it for someone who cares about the Ukrainian people's fight for freedom. United, my friends, we will win. Slava Ukraini.